video, we're gonna talk about top 5 countries that you should be considering if you're planning to go to Europe. Obviously, if you're on this channel, you'll get the best advice.
Hasta la vista, pasta. You have decided to come to Europe. Then you have to come to Italy, the best country. Pizza.
Italy? You mean Italy? No, bro. You don't even have jobs in your country. Unemployment rate is so bad. There is no minimum wage. What are you saying? And even, have you looked at the visa rejection rate that you're giving Indians? Like 60% of students who are applying are somewhat getting visa rejection. Italy is off the records. There is no chance in hell that I'm going to Italy.
Hasta la vista. But Italy has scholarships. You can get 6,000 euros to study in Italy. All tuition fees covered.
Oh, you're talking about the DSE scholarship that Italy has. Wait, I'll come to that also, but let me talk about the top 5 list, and no, Italy does not make into that list.
The Dutch East India Company has decided to be on this list.
Okay, Dutch East India Company, yes, Netherlands definitely would be in the list, so yeah, you are in the list. Now, Netherlands has its pros and cons. Let's quickly talk about that. First biggest pro of Netherlands is everyone speaks in English. Now that is one problem that you'll find in entire Europe, be it Luxembourg, Germany, France, Italy. They don't speak English, but in Netherlands you'll be fine with English. So that's one major pro of going to Netherlands. Second would be quality of life, and third would be international exposure. In Amsterdam, it's a very cosmopolitan country. So even if you're coming from any religion, any region, you will find people from your place. So Amsterdam is absolutely amazing, but it also has cons. So the first biggest con of Netherlands can only have dams. It cannot have cons. Oh, bro, shut up. Netherlands also has cons. First major con is Amsterdam is super damn crazy expensive. Yes. What about that? Yeah, I know. That's the only con Netherlands has. No, bro, there is also one more con on the limit of working hours that an international student can put in. Only 16 hours. Or even France, they give 20 hours of work every week. And here you give 16 hours, which is 20% less than what other countries are giving. As a result, you will be making 20% less as part-time students. But at the same time, Netherlands is an absolutely amazing economy to move to.
Bonjour, I heard you're planning to come to Europe. Plan to study in France, because France is one of the most beautiful countries in this entire world.
Well, yeah, technically I did talk about France there for a second. You need to understand that France is amongst the best economies that you can move to, provided you're ready to learn French. If you're ready to learn French, the number of working hours, amazing in France. The kind of living that you'll be having, amazing in France. Everything in France is absolutely perfect, only if you can learn French. Yes, Paris is expensive, but you can make good amount of money in Paris also. Other cities of France are cheap, and you can make good living in other cities also. But you have to learn French. Be it Paris or any other city, you have to learn French. And that is a major con. I would keep this as a con in Germany also, that you would need to learn the language. But 90% of Germans in Munich, Frankfurt, all the big cities can speak English. As a result, if you're planning to go to France, learn French. That's the first major con and the biggest con.
Tu dois parler français. French has many pros, but yeah, you will have to learn French.
At least technically correct when he says that. There is a bit of bureaucracy also as a French student, but there are major pros also. Okay, let's talk about it. Of all the top universities, Europe does not make it to the list. But France is the only country in Europe that makes it to the list. So when we look at top university rankings, we usually see US universities, we see UK universities, we see Australian universities, we see Canadian universities, but we don't see European universities. Only France is one country which ends up making to that list because it has very good research publications, the universities, it has good employment options. So if you look at universities like HEC Paris, INSEAD, all of these are coming from France. So as a result, you have a chance to study at top universities. At the same time, it is very cheap also. Public universities in France are extremely cheap. As if you compare them with UK and US, extremely cheap. So yes, that's one more good thing. And finally, France is welcoming Indian immigrants. As Emmanuel Macron himself said that he wants 30,000 Indian immigrants by 2030. They're planning to bring more Indian immigrants. That's not the case with any other country right now. So all in all, yes, it's a very good option to move to. I'll give you that point, France.
Yes, guys, Emmanuel Macron and me would love to have you on board in France.
The best country where you do not need to learn their language is Sweden, because Swedish people speak the best English in Europe. Okay, yeah, you're correct. If you want to move to an European economy which has the best research facilities and is very good at speaking English, where like everyone you talk to can speak English, it has to be Nordic countries, and specifically if we have to mention one country, it has to be Sweden. So yes, I give you that point. Also, yeah, if I have to give you more points, then if you're planning to go for technology field and Europe is in your, then it has to be either Germany or Sweden, because these are the two places where actual cutting edge technology is worked on. Well, yeah, Sweden is the best. Netherlands can only have dams. Oh, no, I did not forget you. I remember Netherlands. I completely remember you. But when I talk about the pros of Sweden, it also has cons. Again, all throughout Europe, when we're talking about Europe, cost of living is something that might come and bite you in Sweden. Specifically in Sweden and Netherlands, the more north you move in Europe, I feel like the cost of living just goes up and up. But one thing you have to keep in mind, that if you're talking about France, any other city other than Paris, it's very cheap. If you're talking about Germany, any other city other than the big cities, it's cheap. Same goes with Italy, not with Sweden. Sweden, even the regional areas are very expensive. So that's one thing that you have to keep in mind. One more thing that you have to keep in mind, which comes as a shocker for some students, is that their application process is not simple. It's actually a bit complicated. Same goes with Germany also, and one Germany. Okay, yeah, you're next, but let me complete Sweden first. So yeah, final con of Sweden is that the days in winters are really short. I mean, the days are extremely short. Simple logic, the more north you move on the map, the shorter are the days in winters. That's it. Let's talk about Germany. Germany. Yeah, that's the biggest con in Germany, that if you do that, you'll directly go to jail. Yeah, so you can't really do that. That's a con in Germany. I mean, yeah, that's not the biggest con. There are many other cons. Let's talk about the pros. First, the tuition fees would be almost negligible. 300 euros, 400 euros for a semester fee, that's all you're paying. So somewhere around 30,000 to 40,000 rupees is all you're paying. So that's a very big pro of Germany. One next pro, if you're planning to go to Frankfurt, Munich or Berlin, you will be comfortable with English. So that's a pro. But you have to pay more money. These are more expensive cities, but these are cosmopolitan and English is widely spoken. One more thing is Germany is welcoming a lot of immigrants, so it's a good time to go to Germany right now. As Canada rose in numbers dramatically, same is going to happen with Germany. As a result, what's happening is, since German public universities are free for international students, yeah, almost free, the kind of competition that German universities are seeing is increasing. Like, I remember helping students get into Technical University of Munich even at 7.45 GPA. Yes, I have done that, but now it looks very tough to get your admission done in Technical University of Munich at 7.45. If you still have a strong profile, we can still help your admissions with Germany. You can go to the description, fill the form, we will still try to help you, but it has become difficult. At the same point of difficulty, one more con of studying in Germany right now for Indians is that you have to complete the APS verification, which is taking a lot of time. Now, I am planning to make a dedicated video on Germany only if you get like 1,000 likes on this video. If we get 1,000 likes on this video, we'll make a dedicated video on Germany, how to apply, what to do, step by step, everything we can do, only if it gets 1,000 likes. And talking about the biggest pro of Germany, it's the biggest economy of Europe. Maximum number of job opportunities come from Europe in Germany, and the highest salaries that you can get in Europe come from Germany. So all these things are good pros of Germany, provided eventually when you're planning to go for a job. Okay, Murad, why don't you talk about any other country now? Okay, yeah, so the one country in Europe where you do not have to think about English, because English is the most widely spoken language and has amongst the best universities of the world and gives a good return on investment, is Ireland. That video is here. Yes, Ireland. But I asked you not to go to Italy. That video is here. So if you want to go to Ireland, this video. If you want to know why not to Italy, this video. And I hope you like this video. 1,000 likes and we make a video on Germany.